back for another episode of the Hello Bestie podcast. I'm Maggie.
I'm Tashima.
And it's another tea time episode. We're just going to be chatting about books that we're reading, and we'd love to get your opinions on them. So be sure to let us know if you've read these books, and let's jump right to it. Go ahead.
So, one of the books that I read, it's not a new book, but it's called Credence by Penelope Douglas. This book is...
I'm so surprised you're talking about this book. I'm proud of you.
I
Let
know.
me see. I'm very proud of you.
It's controversial. It's not for everyone.
Okay.
And I dug a little bit into the types of books that this author writes, and they seem to be kind of along the same lines, so it seems to be her niche.
Okay.
Regardless, so basically it's about a young woman named Tiernan, and she has some loss in her life, so she goes and lives with some stepfamily that she doesn't really have any relation with at all and hasn't had. And yeah, some things happen while she's visiting them, and I will say, despite this book being very controversial, there is more to it than that.
Why is it controversial?
So, some things that happen with people that typically are a little taboo.
Okay.
Or a lot taboo.
Okay.
So I don't want to give any spoilers or anything, but I definitely think that this is a good one, especially for the spicy book girlies. If you don't shy away from things that are faux pas, then this is definitely one that I think people should put on their TBR because it was good.
Okay.
I really liked it.
Okay.
I don't know what that says about me. Yeah, your girl doesn't have very many boundaries.
Okay. This is a classic book, but I just finished it. It's called Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe, and it chronicles the life of Okonkwo, who is a leader in the Igbo tribe, and it's really good in terms of learning about the culture and their customs and how they operate, and that's always just very intriguing to me. So I highly recommend this book for anyone who just wants to learn more about the African culture. The author is Nigerian. I love it because it gives language. And for me, it was interesting because there's a glossary at the end that lets you know what things mean. And it kind of did that throughout the book, but I love how authentic it was. And there's a big moral to the story because, like I said, it's centered around Okonkwo and his thoughts and how he interacts with his family. But then towards the end, it starts getting into missionaries coming into their village and their culture and trying to show them new ways of doing things, and just a little bit of that resistance and how that impacts the entire village. So Things Fall Apart. Highly recommend.
It definitely is a good book. I read it many, many, many years ago, and it goes under the classics of things that everybody should just read in a lifetime.
I agree. I think that could also be considered controversial too, depending on, it's interesting the different takeaways that people get from a book like that. And I think depending on your background and your culture, you may have a very different takeaway from someone else of a different background. So
yeah, culturally, and then also like, I don't know what you call it, like men v women, like that kind of thing, domesticity.
Right.
I don't know.
We'll go with that.
I just made that.
I know what you mean.
All right. So my next book is Quicksilver by CALLIE HART. So this is a fantasy enemies to lovers trope. And it's, I don't know. I guess I don't know. I don't want to say it's like the typical run of the mill within this genre of like, there's action, there's fighting, love, loss, all the things. So Sarah's, she's kind of like from the bottom of the barrel, like socioeconomically. And then she ends up crossing paths with Kingfisher, and yeah, they love to hate each other. And I did finish book 1. I'm on book 2 now. I think it's called Brimstone.
Okay.
Something like that.
I'm almost done with that one. I'm about 3/4 of the way through.
You like it?
It had a slow start for me. It took me longer
Right.
than I would have expected to get into it, given the genre, but it is really good. Like, once I'm hooked, now I am locked in at this
Same.
point. Yeah.
Yeah, like I really like it and I like where it's going. I feel like if you're looking for something that's just like spicy from the moment you start turning pages, like you're not getting that. It
Right.
is like I don't know, it's a book.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everything doesn't have to be about that.
Right.
I mean, it does, but it doesn't. Let me be real. Um, but since I am in book two, I definitely like the twist that happened at the end of this book and the beginning of the next. It's very quite interesting.
Okay.
I think
Haven't gotten there
you're
yet.
in for a like, huh,
Okay.
okay. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes. But I definitely think this should be on everybody's TBR in terms of fantasy. If you like the enemies to lovers trope, that might be enemies again.
No, I love her story because when you say poor, poor,
Or
as in we are rationing water,
yeah,
we are siphoning water,
yeah,
we are
like
doing
ounces
everything
a
we can to
day
survive. Right.
because the world basically wants you to die.
Right.
So
And her
yeah,
mother's backstory and all of that. It's good.
yeah,
Yeah.
agreed.
All right, girl. You know I love me some Kristen Hanna. When I
Yes.
tell you she does not miss, this is the Four Winds. So this follows Elsa, and it's centered in the 1930s, and it's basically during the Great Depression and the Dust Bowl of the Texas Panhandle. So Elsa is described as not a very attractive woman, but someone who just wants good things for herself. And she ends up marrying someone who's a dreamer and she's more of a realist. She wants great things, but she's also, this is where we are now. We have to do these things to get there. They end up having children, and it's just a whole family dynamic. And when they start going through the drought and everything, there's this decision that has to be made. Do we stay here? Do we wait for the rain? Do we try to stand by our farm, or do we migrate to California like everyone else is doing? And there's hardships and personal struggles and family issues and all of the things. And it's kind of the story of the human spirit and how she is kind of portrayed as a Passover, a weak woman, and then her transition into just this woman of strength and just totally being the backbone and the support of her family. And I cried, I laughed, all the things that Kristen Hanna does so well. You got to be in the mood though.
Okay.
If you read anything Kristen Hanna, just prepare to be sad, prepare to be touched, and all of the things. But I highly, highly recommend The Four Winds.
That seems to be a common theme with her as well. Um, Having these women who really aren't viewed as being strong,
Mm-hmm.
coming out being no, strength comes in many shapes and sizes, and it looks different for everyone. It just really depends on life,
Yeah,
on how that is brought out of you.
she's
But
very
that
big
it
on
is in like
resilience.
all the women that, I mean, I think, what, two books? One book? I don't remember what I read of hers. I think one.
The Women was the other one that you read too. Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, author of The Nightingale too. So highly recommend The Nightingale if you've never read that. But historical fiction is her jam. Um, and she's the one who opened my eyes to how great historical fiction stories can be, and just getting a firsthand account, even though it's fictional, makes you want to know more about that actual event in history and go back and research. And you can tell that she did her work with it.
Yeah.
And
Seems to be fairly accurate in terms of like timelines and locations and things like
yeah, you can't just write a historical fiction book. You need to actually base it off
that.
of
Right.
actual, non-fictional events. But yeah, I highly recommend all the feels.
So my next book that I have, I don't physically have the book, but it's
Okay.
called Flock by Kate Stewart.
Okay.
So it's about this young girl. It's kind of a coming of age story, and it's a why choose trope. So there's like multiple love interests,
Okay.
and you have some morally gray characters in this town that she goes to, complicated relationship with her parents. Um, and I don't know a whole lot about it other than the things that I have seen because I like to just dive into the
Mm-hmm.
pool. So I just know enough like about people saying, "Oh, this book is amazing." and then I try to really limit how much I know about it. So I don't know a whole lot about it because I just started it. But so far I really like it.
So it's YA, it sounds like.
No.
Oh.
This is not a YA book.
Oh, okay. Okay, you said coming of age, so I wasn't sure
Well,
if.
she's over 18.
Okay, got it.
This is not YA.
Oh, all right.
So if
Okay.
you're YA, out of this. Yeah, no, 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 no.
Okay. All right. Flock is
Um,
not YA. Got
no.
it. Okay.
And it's a part of a Ravenhood series. So the videos that I saw like on TikTok and stuff, people were basically describing this as a book that will um suck you in, break your heart, rip it into a million pieces, and then like slowly put it back together.
Mm.
So I'm looking forward to this ride because like I said, I just started it, but already I can see how things are going to get very, very complicated. I'm very excited.
Interesting.
And I think I did see um, just this morning that this is going to be adapted for film.
So what genre does this fall into?
Romance?
Okay. This book I'm really excited about. It's called The Last Flight by Julie Clark. I heard nothing about this book. I was just scouring the library shelves on the Friends of the Library and saw the title. I was like, that sounds interesting, and I got it. This is a story about two women, Claire and Eva, who have a chance meeting at an airport bar, and they each have their own things going on in life. So Claire is married to this super powerful yet abusive husband, and she wants to escape, and Eva is involved in some like low-key drug trafficking type of things, and she wants to escape too. They each, like I said, have this chance meeting at an airport bar, explain to each other that they want to escape, but neither one of them goes into detail about why they want to.
Right.
Well, one of them does, but she's lying.
Mm-hmm.
She's just fabricating this whole story. So they end up switching airplane tickets, hoping to get a new start on life, a head start. And one of the plane crashes, and everyone dies on the plane. So then it turns into the story following the survivor now being assumed dead since she switched her flight ticket, and just jumping into life as this other person that she switched with, and just learning the ins and outs and the secrets and the lies and all of that. So it's a really good thriller suspense style, lots of twists and turns, very well written, written from dual point of views. So it does speak currently, but then give you some flashbacks of the histories and things that happen in these women's lives. And it's just so good. It's so rewarding to just have it, to not hear anything about a book and then read it and just,
Yeah.
it's a winner. So yeah, really good. Mm-hmm.
I started it, as you know. I haven't finished it yet, but just from as far as I got, because I'm a very moody reader.
You are. It drives me crazy.
So I have multiple things going all at the same time. And, you know, if I'm in the mood for this, then I'm going to start it. And then when I'm like, I want something different, then I'm going to jump back into mystery thriller. And then when I can just keep reading books for a really long
It can
period
take
of
you
time.
a month to get through one
Even
book because you're longer.
Yeah. So it just really depends on my mood. I haven't been in the mood to jump back into it, but when I was, it was really good.
Yeah.
It was like a page turner.
See, I'm moody, but I'm more of a, like I said, Kristin Hannah. I have to be in the mood. I'm gonna be sad. But I finish it, and then my mood is like, I want a thriller, and I'll start reading that. But literally, Monday you want thriller, Tuesday you want romance,
Yeah.
Wednesday you want.
I can't help it. It depends on how my day is going, what I want to consume. Like,
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. So it just, yeah. So I've really been in my romance bag,
Hey,
courtesy of Kennedy Ryan, and then now I'm doing Flock. So we'll see.
she'll do it. Kennedy
Yeah.
Ryan, man, she'll do it every single time.
So the next book that I have is S by J.J. Abrams and Doug Dorst. So this is basically like a literary puzzle, essentially. It's ergodic literature, so it's a book that you would read not in a traditional sense. Like sometimes there's writing in the margins, sometimes there's one word on a page, or you have to turn the book upside down,
Okay.
or sideways, or you have to like decipher a puzzle in order to figure out what it's trying to say. So it very much is like a puzzle book.
Okay.
This book, it's called S, and it's a book within a book. So the book that S is about is a book called Ship of Theseus by V.M. Straka. So it's a so nobody knows who this author is. There's a lot of
In the book.
the Ship of Theseus, V.M. Straka, like nobody knows who this author is.
Okay.
So, but the book that I'm reading is called S, and it's about Ship of Theseus.
That's what I'm saying. So the people in S who are reading Ship of Theseus do not know that V.M. Straka is the
Correct.
author.
Nobody knows who
Okay.
V.M. Straka is. There are a lot of theories and stuff like that, and conspiracies about the author and actually what the author is trying to say. And so this girl who happens to be, I think she's an undergrad, she happens to find the book on a library shelf and she starts reading it and she sees that there's like a lot of annotations and things on the inside of the book where somebody is taking notes. And so as she's reading it, she takes it upon herself to basically respond to the person, not knowing if they would ever see it or not. She just writes a note to them like, wow, you really wrote all over this book that's not even yours. And then coincidentally, the person responds. And so they basically have never met, as far as I am in this book, and they just communicate with each other through this book. And they just write in the margins of the book, and then they start to basically work together on trying to uncover some of the conspiracies and mysteries that they're finding about the author in this book and things surrounding it. And so there's like little handouts and notes like this you can see is like on a napkin.
Oh, that's so cool.
And it's a map where they're basically finding documents and historical notes on
all of that came with the book.
Yeah. So
Very
you gotta hold it
interesting.
like a newborn baby so you don't lose anything. But there's like all sorts of stuff in here.
So they're like blind pen pals, co-conspirators. Interesting.
Yeah, trying to figure out the mystery of this book and this author. And yeah, it's ergodic literature and it's super exciting and I love everything about it. So I was reading this at my daughter's volleyball game and somebody was like, wow, that looks like a smart people book. And I was like, not really. It just takes time. Like, it's not like you're just turning the pages. Like, this is
It's
more
not an
of
audio book
experience.
by any means.
No.
Right.
Absolutely not. Like, this is an experience. This is a journey. You are a part of this. And it's super exciting. And the thing with this book in particular, there's also many ways to read it. Like, some people have gone through and just read Ship of Theseus, and then they've gone back and read like the annotations by her, by him, or how it like there really is no right or wrong way.
I could see that.
So basically, the way that I've decided to read it is page by page, everything on the page.
Nice.
So yeah,
that's so cool.
I'm super excited for it.
I love that. Yeah, that's awesome.
So what do you have for us? That book is enormous.
My next one, this is Martha Stewart's Homekeeping Handbook. And the cover is just Martha in all her glory, cleaning a window.
Love Martha.
Love, love, love Martha. And when I tell you how detailed she is, this is exactly what it says. It's a homekeeping handbook. This is not a, look at the wood grain. This is not a cover to cover read. This is a reference guide of how to take care of your home. And I know that you and I are very similar in keeping up with our homes and loving to clean and do things. It's a great reference for people who don't know how to do these things. And then also for people who fancy themselves to be very knowledgeable about all of these things. So she goes room by room, things that you need to do on a daily basis, things you need to do on a weekly basis, and on a monthly, quarterly basis too. So
this is more detailed than the calendar one that she has.
Oh, her organizing book, which I will talk about inevitably on one of our episodes, because yeah, it's extremely detailed. So the kitchen, she goes into food storage, how to do your pantry, how to take care of small appliances, dishwashers, if you have a fireplace, how to do that, how to do basements, utility, like everything that you can think of. There's a chapter in here for home decor, how to get wax out of the bottom of candles, how to, it is just, thank you,
Like an
Martha.
encyclopedia for homekeeping.
It is. It is. It has pictures, and Martha is known for giving just very no nonsense, direct and straight to the point. And just the amount of effort that is put into describing all of these different things. I love it. I love it for the pictures. And I haven't gone through the whole book yet at all, but um, it's an awesome thing to have on one's bookshelf in terms of just keeping up with your home. And
yeah, I need to get that.
it's awesome. She goes into different finishes for different appliances and how to clean different countertops and all of it. Just everything you can think of is in this book, and it is heavy.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, I need to get that.
Mm-hmm.
That looks amazing.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, besties. Well, let us know what you're currently reading. Let us know if you have some book recommendations for us. We would love to hear it. Always in the market.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for those of us who are very moody readers. Like, we're always open to starting new things at any point in time. So let us know down below, and we will see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.